So how do you know who to get help from to fix your back IRS tax problem as a business owner that has a substantial balance owed? Look, if you have one of these problems, you definitely need assistance. You can't owe the IRS 100 grand or 200 grand or haven't filed your taxes in forever and think you're just gonna pull that rabbit out of the hat on your own. It just doesn't work. But you know, the funny thing about the back tax help industry is there's a lot of negative baggage out there. A lot of unscrupulous companies, a lot of people that have had really poor experiences trying to get help. And so what I want to do is really share with you, kind of like from the insider scoop, what I think are the 3 things you absolutely must focus on. And I don't think this is stuff you're going to have heard somewhere else, because a lot of the advice out there is this really superficial stuff like hire an attorney, hire a CPA, hire an enrolled agent, you know, ask them how many years of experience they have. Like, okay, I mean, maybe that stuff can matter, but it's not like the big picture. So let's talk about a few different big picture things. If I had a back tax problem and I were considering hiring a company, there's exactly 3 things I would focus on. Number 1, does the company have standards? Do they have standards of who they will work with? The number 1 way to know that a tax company is probably not a good fit is they want everyone with a pulse to become a client. They're trying to pressure or dig into anyone that has a problem to get them to sign up. Look, if you're a business owner, you know that there's certain customers you can do a great job for, and there's certain people you don't serve. That's how you've gotten to the place you are, because you know your worth, and you don't care about convincing everyone with a pulse to try to pay you $50 or $100, right? It doesn't work that way. So what you really need to do is to see how discerning the company is with you. Is the company really trying to understand your situation? Are they really trying to nuance, you know, where you are? Are they explaining to you, hey, your problem is XYZ, you're a business owner, you're a particular professional, we have a lot of experience with that, that's kind of our area. Do they have standards? Or is it just like this overly needy BS approach where they're just trying to like wrestle you in and get you to sign up? That's the last thing you need, is someone just trying to sign you up for something. Do they have a standard of who they're willing to work with and who they're not willing to work with? Number 2 thing is they're willing to give you uncomfortable or bad or less than optimal news because it's the truth. Like, a lot of the reasons people have a lot of problems in this field and getting tax help is because so many companies out there are just telling people what they want to hear. Like, oh yeah, you can get all your tax debt written off, it's all going to go away. That would piss me off. If someone promised me like all my tax debt would magically go away and it didn't happen, I would be infuriated. But the reality is, look, if you're a business owner, you're making money, you've had some success, you're gonna have to pay them something, probably a lot. The question isn't, do you get it all written off and does it disappear for free? The question is, how do you deal with it on your own terms in a way that works for you? So listen for people that are gonna shoot it with you straight no matter what. And I mean, maybe it's not exactly what you want to hear, but you want the truth, right? You want to be defended from the IRS. To me, that would be by far the most important thing you could be looking for, is the truth. The truth will set you free. Don't waste your time on people inflating promises and just telling you whatever you want to hear. Number 3 is, this one's going to seem a little counterintuitive, but it's really, really important. Number 3 is a company that they charge a lot of money for what they do, but they can articulate to you why it is that they need to do these things and what it is you're gonna get. Now, why would I say something like that? Is that a little self-serving or what? Look, the reality is, if you have a significant tax problem, it's gonna take a lot of work and a lot of effort to fix. And there's no shortcut, cheap, freebie way out of getting the help you need. But what a lot of more unscrupulous companies do, and I hear about this all the time, like when we hire employees for our firm, I have, you know, people that apply for jobs with us telling us that their old company did this, that, you know, they try to like get people in and big promises and low fees, oh, 2 grand, 3 grand, 4 grand, and then surprise, surprise, down the road, oh, I'm sorry, it's another insert huge amount of money here. My mistake. How did I not catch that the first time around, right? By complete coincidence. That, to me, look, if you're in business, obviously the scope of work can expand and there's more fees associated with that, of course, but in general, baiting and switching people is not the right way to go. What you're looking for, again, is someone who's gonna give it to you straight, not only about your IRS problem, but about the fees associated with it. And they'll tell you, hey, this is what it's gonna cost, this is why you're in this position, why it will, and here's what you can do to aid this process and overall keep your exposure and your fees to a workable, relatable level. That's what you're looking for. I hope you're seeing the common thread of all of this is you're looking for a straight shooter, someone that's just very transparent, very open, and willing to admit when they're not the right fit, and just really give it to you straight up front. That would be my advice. Don't spend time worrying about like, oh, how many years of experience do you have? What's your exact license? You know, what is your success rate? Stuff like that is superficial, right? You need to get to the core of someone's character or a company's character to understand them better, to to ascertain if it's the right fit for you or not. So I hope that's been helpful. You know, to answer kind of your questions on this, you know, who we help is small business owners, entrepreneurs, self-employed people with really big tax problems. That's our specialty. Most of our clients owe several $100,000, if not over 7 figures in back taxes. So if that's kind of your situation right now, above or below, I invite you to click. You can actually use that link to set up a time to talk with me personally for a tax strategy session. You know, I'll do the best I can to point you in the right direction and try to help you get out of this situation. So I wish you the best and looking forward to hearing from you soon.